Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Pro modcast this side of East Yorkshire, and today we have a 1 versus 1 on Quest to Triumph. Over in the Tau corner we have Matu, as over in the Chaos corner we have got Murph. Murph is going to go for triple Cultists and a Chaos Temple, whereas the Tau player is going to go for double Pathfinders, a Tau Barracks and a Plasma Generator. So you'll notice that this is the Pro version of the Quest Triumph map. Got a little bit of an opening here. You normally only have the opening on one side of the base here on this map, but on this version you've got two, so multiple avenues for escape and capturing bits and bobs. Chaos player going to go for his Chaos Space Marines first from the Chaos Temple, as I imagine he's a little bit concerned about any Tau commanders kiting his lord early on in the game. Pathfinders just capturing their bits and bobs. Probably going to look for this relic at some point. Chaos Space Marine is going to be pushing out a little bit early. North side of the map, not seeing all that much in the way of action as of yet. Pathfinders and Space Marines will see eye to eye. Pathfinders are not going to win this engagement. Solo will be pushed back. Primarily Scouting Unit will be able to support Fire Warriors with their Marker-like drones in the form of targeting these boys, increasing the range damage that they take. Earthgas builder being pushed away from this listening post. Fire Warriors going to capture that strategic point first before doing anything else. Tau Commander out on his way. Chaos Lord also doing the same. Chaos player is spreading around as much as he can. Pathfinder is deciding to go for the northmost relic rather than the southern, as it has been consolidated by 2 units of Chaos. Fire Warriors will be able to take the Chaos Space Marines at range, but with these cultists screening them, they will have a difficult time doing so. Tau Commander now on the field will be quickly making short work of these cultists. Tainted Auspex being popped down for scouting reasons, I assume. Being able to keep an eye on those Tau from a distance. Tau Commander will be able to see it there. All HQ units, well not HQ, sorry, Commander units do have a soft infiltration vision detection. Doesn't cover their entire vision, but anything close to them they will be able to see. 2 units of Fire Warriors now out on the field. Second squad of cultists will probably get wiped out by the looks of things, but we'll do a fair bit of damage to these Fire Warriors. Chaos Lord having a look at this listening post. We'll try and break it down. Cultists over here capturing this relic for the forces of mischief and madness. Listening post not having the best of time, will be taken down by the Chaos Lord and his comrades. Tau Commander there, not happy about it, will see if he can get some pot shots in. Fire Warriors not being able to fire and move at the same time is a very common thing for most units in the Tau roster. Relic down south being decapped. Strategic point being recapped by those Pathfinders. Fire Warriors now opening a salvo against these Chaos Marines. One model going down from this Fire Warrior team being chased around by the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord going to get into close combat. There's a significant amount of damage this guy does not want to. These Fire Warriors almost, I imagine, will be one-shotted if they can get hit by the power sword of the Chaos Lord. Fire Warriors doing their best to screen for the Tau Commander, although this combat is taking place in the light cover, so some of the damage will be mitigated. Now with only 2 models left, they will have to pull back in retreat. Second squad of Chaos Space Marines moving into support. Fire Warriors being wiped out. Snare Trap being popped down here. Will capture this Chaos Lord, preventing them from chasing the Tau Commander down. 67 and 10 compared to 73 and 10, so slight blue money advantage for the Chaos player.
Fresh victims.
Tau player managing to get this listening post down over on here. Tainted Auspex keeping an eye in the sky, as it were. Cultists capturing the top critical location. And at the moment, the Chaos player is getting a sizable amount of Chaos Space Marines on the field. I imagine if he gets a armory on the way as well. Those heavy bolters would cause these Fire Warrior teams a bit of a problem. More Fire Warriors coming out for the Tau player. It's a bit of a difficult situation, to be honest. I mean, if they could get some crew, or they could get some Vespids to... Oh, well, speaking of Devil, they'll get some Vespids. They could jump in and tie up one of these Chaos Marine squads, but the Chaos Marines don't mind being in close combat. But they do more damage in close combat than they do at ranged. Chaos Lord on the field as well. Whatever they throw in to tie up these Chaos Space Marines won't survive for all that long. I find with the Marker-Light drone capturing the Northern Relic. Cast Builder will look to build a listing post, although these cultists will have something to say about it. Fire Warriors moving in support, same with the Chaos Space Marines. Mirror movements on the map today, boys and girls. Chaos Armory now finished for the Chaos player. I think it's called the Chaos Armory, yeah. Can't just call it an armory in the Force of Chaos. Everything has to have the word Chaos in front of it. That is just how it works in the Eye of Terror. Cultists going to be made short work of by this Tau Commander. Hasn't gone for any of his drone upgrades at the moment. Do need to get Path of Enlightenment before they have access to that kind of tech. Speaking of Devil, Path of Enlightenment is on the way for the Tau. I must say my predictive capabilities this game is somewhat a little bit above average compared to normal. Cultists moving around on the south side of the map. While they won't be able to take care of that listing post with any degree of swiftness, it will force the Tau player to make a manoeuvre at some point. Vespids now out on the field will fire away at these cultists,
4 minutes until
defending this listing post. Tau now standing in the light cover, but the heavy bolters of the Chaos Marines will take a model or two down. Pathfinder team exclusively just a Marker-Light drone. No lads in there whatsoever. Decoy drones now out for the Tau Commander. Will absorb some of the damage taken. Vespids getting up in the business of these cultists. Although the Vespids aren't having the best of days. Losing a couple of models. Fire Warriors moving in to see if they can get these guys out. No path of retreat for these guys at the moment. And while that's going on, the Chaos players decided to focus on the northern listing post. Path of Enlightenment looking very vulnerable at the moment. Tau Commander going to move swiftly in, see if he can help defend. Firing away at this Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord deciding to not push any further. That was a tier 2 listing post, so that is quite a good get for them. No need to sacrifice themselves too much there. Pathfinders with their toggleable infiltration, getting as close as you like. Vespids jumping around, focusing down this Chaos Space Marine unit, managing to get squad wipe. Very good use of the Marker-Light drone there. Chaos Lord now taking the brunt of the damage. Listing post firing away as best it can. Now this is quite now the shoe is on the other foot, so to speak. The Chaos Marines aren't having the best time in a ranged firefight against these Fire Warriors. Quite the firing line to deal with. Replacement Chaos Marines over here. Squad wipe over yonder. Chaos Lord there, getting the work in. And it does seem to be a bit of a stalemate, that combat. Yeah, the Tau got the got a unit of Chaos Marines down, but the listing post is still up. So no economic damage being done to the Chaos Space Marine player. And a fair amount of Fire Warriors have been taken down. 50 blue money to replace them, so not the most expensive, not compared to Chaos Space Marines when they get their heavy bolters in tow. I mean, what, 55 and then 40 and 15 green money on top of that. Certainly pound for pound the Fire Warriors are a a lot more cost efficient at the ranged game. Getting a bit too close there. Nowhere for them to run. They will be engaged by both of these units. Did manage to take the Chaos Lord down there, so that's something. Snare going down will slow down these Space Marines. Although the Fire Warriors don't seem to be in all that much of a rush to retreat from combat. Cultists over here doing the exact same, surrounding this Pathfinder team. No avenue of retreat for those two units, he says, until they retreat. Some of these Chaos Space Marines over here. Tower Commander, not having any of their retreating nonsense, will try and take them down. The reinforced time in Dawn of War Pro is increased when everyone's in combat. So trying to keep their numbers down by keeping them constantly in the fight. Tower Commander, using all his jumping juice, will now have to retreat on foot from these Chaos Space Marines. Fire Warriors up in arms. No major tech going for the Tower player at the moment. Still on that path of enlightenment. I imagine the Chaos player might have teched into tier 2 at some point. Chaos Lord being re-recruited. 89 and 30 for the Chaos compared to 93 and 30. So despite losing this tier 2 listing post earlier on, they have managed to claw back the, how would you say, the economic advantage. Cultists over here trying to once again deny that listing post. Really good use of the Cultists so far in this game. Always keeping them relevant, although losing a squad there by the combined fire of Fire Warriors and being marked by the Marker-Light drone. Double Chaos Marines with double heavy bolters apiece. Chaos Lord also moving into the mix. Not having time to set up their heavy bolters, so will struggle in the opening of that combat, although almost taking out entire Pathfinder team. And it's a bit of a Mexican standoff at the moment. Both firing units need a little bit of time to set up. So whoever engages combat will have that initial disadvantage in the first part of combat. It's all about how these teams are going to position themselves for the firefight. Tower Commander going to go for some more combat, some Commander decoy drones. God, that was difficult to say. Montka command post, also going for Teachers of Montka as well. Will increase their squad cap as well as allow them to tech up the tech tree. Squad cap full for the Chaos player. Going for some Raptors, that's interesting. That'll be very useful for preventing the Tower from getting his firing line in the best position. And the heavy bolter weapons of these Chaos Space Marines have got quite a decent range as well. They don't necessarily need to get all that close. In fact, I think I might possibly even be the same range as a fire pulse rifle, fire cannon, whatever you call, whatever the Fire Warriors have. Tower Commander, using the impressive range of his missiles, not quite hitting that time, but being a pain in the backside, being a nuisance. Fire Warriors edging towards the Chaos Marines. Raptors look like they might potentially be going for some flanking maneuvers down on this middle side. Not using any of the jumping juice as of yet. Oh no, instead they are going to focus on this listening post. They do a decent damage towards buildings. Are primarily used for building bashing purposes. Ooh, we've got a broadside battlesuit coming out to play. That will certainly help the firing lines of these Tau. Chaos will need to, at some point, deal with that. They are going to go for a Chaos Sorcerer. Ah, I see. Throw down some chains, possibly. Prevent these guys from running away. They have a shield drone now for these Tau Warriors. Broadside battlesuit settling in. Marker-Light drone being used against this Chaos Lord and all his minions. One shot, one kill from the broadside battlesuit. Impressive range on that bad boy. Fire Warriors moving in, setting themselves up, throwing in some multi-explosive grenades. Chaos Warriors on the top of the engagement, sitting pretty in the light cover. Broadside battlesuit might need to be moved up just a little bit. Raptors looking like that they were coming in for a bit of a play, but got caught in a snare trap, so we'll push them back for a little bit at the very least. Tau Commander quickly losing both his decoy drones. Raptors moving around the backside will spank away at this broadside battlesuit. Sorcerer firing his Eldritch Bolts, teleporting in by the looks of things. Going to keep these Tau Warriors mobile and moving, while these Chaos Warriors fire away with their heavy bolters. Raptors not quite able to take down that broadside battlesuit, finding a juicier target in the form of a Tau Commander. Broadside battlesuit, while it has a lot of health, is not designed for being in direct fire. Raptors earning their keep there. Chaos managing to push back the Tau fighting forces there. Listing post upgraded will help in the defensive nature of this fight going on. Pathfinder's chilling out in the corner. Cultists always on the move, always trying to see what they can capture and what they can decap, I suppose. I've now gone for their infiltration. Vehicle beacon on the way for the Tau. Demonic toughness for the Chaos player. You have a prototype shield drone control unit being researched for the Tau Commander. So, a couple of decoy drones, couple of shield drones. Chaos Force is now focusing on this listing post over here. Trying to do some economic damage while they can. Cultists decapping that critical location in the middle. Bearing in mind as well that critical location does also deal a fair amount of blue money as well. I mean, losing that and their tier 2 listing post brought them down from 100 blue money to now to about 80 or so. 78 and 71 compared to 108 and 29. So, quite a big, in fact, big blue and green money flirt from the Tau, although he is now investing it in the Skyray missile gunship. At the moment, the Chaos player doesn't have anything in the way of anti-vehicle, and they have gone for all 4 heavy bolters on both of these squads, leaving no room for any missile launchers. So this is an interesting development in the unit composition. Broadside battlesuit swiveling around, 360 no-scoping anything and everything within his path. Raptors not sure what to do at the moment.
3 minutes until taking hold victory.
3 minutes till the take and hold victory, so the Tau player will have to do something. They have decapped this middle bit, but they will have to decap either the top or the bottom. Do look like they are content in keeping the top point contested. Skyray missile gunship moving in. Those Chaos boys see that vehicle and decide to fall back just a little bit. Tier 2 listing post now. Was it Tier 3? Yeah, Tier 3, sorry. So we'll have a lot to say towards these Tau. Instantly taking down that field drone for the Tau unit over there. Eldritch Bolts narrowly missing these Tau. Big blue boomy bits coming from the gunship. Absolutely mulch their way through these Chaos Marines. They are tough old boys though, but a lot of their models now on very low health. Raptors moving around the side. Marker Light drone being activated on them. Will drop their numbers very, very low, very, very quickly. Chaos Dreadnought being dropped in from the Sacrificial Circle. It's not a vehicle though, it is considered a monster. So one of all the damage, all the armor resistance necessary against these Fire Warriors. And take it down very, very quickly. 1 minute and 31 seconds. Now, we'll have to at some point decap it, unless they don't even realise it.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
Well, I've got to keep your eye on all the map presence.
Mobile artillery ready.
Never want to forget it
Fire team is
until it's too late. I do believe it takes about maybe 15-20 seconds to decap a critical location, so you've got to get there as soon as humanly possible.
missiles are hot.
Pathfinder team going to move up north, decap that Skyray missile gunship
Gets the prey.
sitting around the front side. Not quite firing away at this listing post, not within range as of yet.
Will lead us to victory.
Fire Warriors catch these cultists, will fire away at them. While this is going on, 2 units of Chaos Raptors now jumping in. One going to focus down on this battlesuit over here. Second battlesuit over there, also being pestered and bothered, as well as these Tau Fire Warriors. Fire Warriors over here also being harassed by those cultists. Heavy bolters firing away into the Tau gun line. Second Sky... Oh, sorry, not second. We've now got a Devilfish troop carrier in there as well. Can't tie those up with Raptors. One Rap squad does seem to have gone the way of the dinosaur. One having its morale broken. Chaos though, make a beautiful concave. Third unit of Chaos Space Marines also moving in for support. Broadside battlesuit. Being an absolute chad and just tanking as many bolter rounds as you like. Will go down there. And the Chaos Space Marines have taken a fair bit of loss there, I would say. They did lose a couple of cultists and 2 Raptor squads. Chaos Marines now moving in with some missile launchers. Eldritch Bolt finally making its mark, breaking the morale of these Fire Warriors. I want to quickly pop them in the troop carrier. Never mind, they're just going to retreat like real men. Oh, Tower Spurs. Big Blue going down. Managing to... Was there a Chaos Lord in the midst there? Just narrowly being killed by those big blue doofers from the missile gunship. Possibly that's probably why we saw the big red effect go around all these guys. Pathlight. Oh, what would you call them? The Pathfinders marking the Sorcerer as well as the Chaos Space Marines around them. And it does look like slowly but surely the Tau are pushing them back. But again, this light cover is doing what it can to defend them. Raptors, new, fresh ones, jumping in the mix, causing as much mischief as they can. But they are being knocked around by the missiles of the Tau Commander and the Sky Ray missile gunship. We're going to fire some bloofers in there. Oh no, never mind. That is a big nuke from the Ethereal, who's now on the field. Going to go for some Fire Warrior bodyguards. Very slow looking explosion, very cool in its own right. Chaos Sorcerer jumping in for a suicidal last hurrah, but then being minced around by explosions, will finally be taken down. GGs have been thrown out. I imagine that is the Chaos player saying thank you for all the fish, see you next time.
It is a good pain.
Will not surrender? It's a common thing in Dawn of War Pro mod. People saying GG and they're not quite leaving. So we could just enjoy some Chaos people being mulched by some plasma fire for now. But yeah, it was a very good game. Lots of posturing, lots of setting up and waiting for combat. It's a very difficult game, I would say, for the Chaos player personally when you got all these Fire Warriors in line. I mean, if you go for Corn Berserkers, if you go for your Chaos Lord, go for Possessed Marines, it's getting into close combat. That's the real difficulty. And even with those Raptors jumping in, when you've got multiple units of Fire Warriors supported by Skyray missile gunships and XV-88 battlesuits, there's not much you can really do in the grand scheme of things. Oh, cool. Well, anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.